No peace!
2014 saw a lot of change and controversy as members of the Harvard community reacted to events on campus and across the nation. In this future, the Crimson will recap the 10 stories that shaped 2014 with an eye towards the new year. First, Harvard University underwent significant policy and administrative changes. Like dozens of colleges across the country, Harvard came under scrutiny for its handling of sexual assault on campus this year. Amidst criticism from student activists and 2 federal probes into its compliance with Title IX, the university overhauled its sexual harassment policy and created a new office to investigate sexual harassment allegations from across the university. That office remained understaffed months following its creation. Professors at the law school have argued that the new policy is biased against the accused, and student activists have criticized its lack of an explicit affirmative consent clause at various town halls. A Faculty of Arts and Sciences committee has since recommended how to implement the policy at FAS. Not long after a major cheating scandal roiled Harvard College, the school's Academic Integrity Committee proposed the creation of the college's first honor code, which would create a student-faculty judiciary body to respond to alleged infractions. This past spring, students and faculty debated how to choose the board's members and when students should be required to sign a statement affirming their commitment to the code on assessments. In May, the Faculty of Arts and Sciences voted to approve the honor code, and the code is scheduled to take effect in the fall of 2015. This year saw many personnel shakeups within Harvard's administration. Amidst questions about the investment performance of the university's endowment, Harvard Management Company President and CEO Jane Mandillo announced her resignation in June. In July, Cabot House co-master Rakesh Khurana became dean of the college.
In the months since knowing I would become dean, I've had lots of conversations with students, faculty, and staff, and I've asked them a couple of questions. What is the fundamental character of the Harvard College experience? What do you hope will be the essence of the college experience? And what are the parts of the experience that if you could go back in time, you would spend more time on? And after numerous discussions with community members, I found that the word that best epitomizes the experience is transformation.
As autumn came, Cherry Murray resigned as Dean of the School of Engineering and Applied Sciences. Harry R. Lewis, a former dean of the college and an occasional critic of university policy, will step in as interim dean before a permanent successor is named. 2014 proved to be a big year for the university's capital campaign. The drive reached $4.8 billion, and the biggest gift in Harvard's history came from Chinese billionaire Gerald Chan. Chan pledged $350 million to rename the School of Public Health, the first time Harvard has ever renamed one of its schools in exchange for philanthropy. Just weeks later, the university announced the renaming of the Faculty of Arts and Sciences deanship in recognition of a donation. In 2014, multiple university actions sparked controversy on campus. In November, the Crimson reported that the university had decided to close the 24-hour Stillman Infirmary at the end of the academic year. According to University Health Services Director Paul Barrera, the decision was made not to reduce costs, but to expand other daytime health services. But following student outcry, Barrera announced at a town hall meeting that the university would preserve on-campus 24-hour urgent care services, but maintained that Stillman would close at the end of the academic year. In September, the university announced upcoming changes to its non-union employee health benefits policy. The primary theme of the changes was a model of increased cost sharing, and the university justified the changes by citing a steady increase in healthcare costs, although most of those increases took place several years ago. The changes prompted outrage among professors within the Faculty of Arts and Sciences, which culminated in a faculty vote in opposition of the policy change. In early November, news broke that researchers with the Harvard Initiative for Learning and Teaching had photographed students without their knowledge or consent as part of an attendance study conducted last spring. The news provoked concern among faculty members, and University President Drew Faust responded by saying she took the matter very seriously and would refer it to an oversight committee for review. Lastly, national and on-campus events sparked controversy and discussion about religion and race. Few events on campus sparked the level of uproar that the planned reenactment of a satanic black mass by the Harvard Extension School's Cultural Studies Club provoked this spring. The ceremony that has historically served as a parody of a traditional Catholic Mass was scheduled for mid-May, drawing criticism from Harvard's Catholic community, the Archdiocese of Boston, and even an official statement from University President Drew G. Faust. The club decided to move the event off campus, but it was soon canceled and then held at a different location. In the meantime, St. Paul Catholic Church held a holy hour of prayer in response to the Black Mass.
And welcome, most especially, all of you who joined with us tonight and stand with the Catholic community in prayer and solidarity.
It was amazing to see how many people came and the outpouring of support for the Catholic community. And I've never seen St. Paul's this full before. It was wonderful and powerful for me.
In October, hundreds of Harvard affiliates received a racially charged death threat in their email inboxes. In its investigation of the threat, the Harvard University Police Department determined that these emails, which disproportionately targeted women of Asian descent, likely originated overseas. The college administration's reaction to the initial threats prompted criticism from students, and in response, Dean of the college, Rakesh Khurana, pledged to improve his communications with students.
Tell me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like!
In response to the decisions of two separate grand juries not to indict two white police officers who killed unarmed black men in Ferguson, Missouri, and Staten Island, New York this year, hundreds of Harvard affiliates marched on the streets of Boston and Cambridge in a series of protests.
No peace! No racism! Police! No justice! No peace! No racism! Police!
Many of these stories remain ongoing, so check thecrimson.com for more updates.